Hungry, you say? Well, I got the thing for you.
Really?
Yes, Little Seizures Pizza.
Excuse me?
At Little Seizures Pizza, you're gonna get an epileptic taste that will shock your taste buds.
That doesn't sound safe at all.
Our pizza can have many different combos, so you can mix and match any topping.
You're not even listening to me.
Our pizza has been guaranteed to give you the edge that you need to go on with your day.
You know what?
Screw this, I'm going to the Moulin Rouge. So come on down to Little Seizures Pizza. You'll convulse for how good this pizza is.
The following advertisement for Carl's Jr. was banned from television and has been reformatted for radio.
It's the Memphis Barbecue Cook-Off, and 2 female contestants are preparing their burgers. One is blonde and one brunette. It's a very hot day, so unfortunately they've had to take most of their clothes off. Luckily, they do have bikini tops on. Uh-oh. The blonde has just flicked her delicious slow-cooked pulled pork onto the brunette's chest area there. Well, now it's a war. Meat is flying everywhere. It's just attractive bikini top-wearing women and flying meat. The pulled pork is all over the cheeseburger. They're looking at each other. Oh, that is a hot look. Well, they want each other. And no, hang on a minute, they want the burger. So they link arms, they lean in and take a big bite. Ah, that's a good compromise, ladies. The new Memphis Barbecue Burger. It's barbecue's best pair. Now available at Carl's Jr.
Watch out, mister. Here comes the twister.
This is Rudy Ray Moore.
Yes, I'm the human tornado. I chain down thunder and handcuff lightning. I'm so damn strong, it's sometimes frightening. I grabbed the star traveling 1,000,000 miles a minute and slowed it down to the skate speed limit. Yes, I'm the human tornado. Spinning, grinning, and sinning. I used an earthquake to mix my milkshake. I eat an avalanche when I want ice cream. I punched a hurricane and made it a breeze. I swallowed an iceberg and didn't freeze. The human tornado. Flinging cash and talking trash. See me delayed, relayed, mislaid, and parlayed. Jump, thump, bumped, and mugwump. The human tornado. Rated R. Under 17 not admitted without a parent or a note from your jailer.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Company Computer Guy.
Mr. Company Computer Guy.
You are the ruler of the RAM, the guru of the gigabyte, the monster of the memory.
Show me the way.
When we screw up the boot up, you are there. Without you, computers would megabyte. The countless hours we spend surfing the internet and accidentally stumbling upon porn sites would instead be spent working.
Working for the man.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Company Computer Guy. For it's you who keeps our log-ons logging and our hard drives hard.
You gotta see this porn site.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow, it's a wonderful day. I can't wait to go outside and play with Button and Sweetie.
Boring! Hey kid, you want amazing pecs?
Huh?
Wanna look cool for all the foxy ladies?
I don't...
Well, come on down to the Iron Gym. I'm Iron Will, and I'm the proud owner of the Iron Gym. The only gym that'll get you working hard and breaking a sweat. With our state-of-the-art exercise equipment, you'll be tested to your very limits. Need a drink? Well, we got you covered with my brand new Iron Will brand Iron Shake. It tastes absolutely great and does not contain steroids.
Warning, may contain steroids.
What do you think, kid?
I'm really confused.
So come on down to the Iron Gym if you have the guts, coward.
Hello. Are you interested in a podcast filled with absolute nonsense and political news? Maybe you just want to feel good about yourself and then bitch about those things that you didn't like before. Well, you've come to the right place. Say hello to the Snuggle Bear podcast. We'll see you there.
Boy, do I feel a bit famished. I wonder if Ship to Corner's open.
It's me, McDonald's. And you'll be screaming too over these delicious prices.
You just broke into my world.
Break into a dance after biting into one of our delicious products.
699 well supplies last week.
You just ruined my whole boutique. I'll be ruined.
I'm just gonna be on my way now, thank you.
Remember to eat at McDonald's, where our motto is...
We love to take your money.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds, or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
Do you want a chance to have some time to shine? Do you have a product, a stream, a show, or someone you know that you want to promote? Well, boy, do I have the chance for you! Radio Molly is offering radio ad space for whatever you want to plug. For just $5, you can have a 15-second ad that plays during the commercial breaks. I know what you're thinking. That's unfair. $5 for 15 seconds on a 2 to 3 hour show? You may have 15 seconds for your ad, but the ad will be in 5 commercial breaks on 5 different Radio Molly shows for no extra cost. How amazing is that? Now you're asking, why are we paying for ad space? Where will this money go to? Instead of our pockets, the profit gets put to the show itself and whichever charity Molly wants to help. $5 for a 15-second ad for 5 shows on Radio Molly. And that's 5 going to places where it would help people in need. So ask for the official Radio Molly PayPal, send your $5 and your ad, and it'll be reviewed by Radio Molly staff before it airs in the next show. We encourage you to make your own, allowing you the creative freedom to make it as you see fit. Remember, you only get 15 seconds. We hope this new experimental feature benefits both viewer and the show. Thank you for watching and listening to Radio Molly. What's up, sexy bitches? It's your boy Kiba Kush, and I'm happy to announce that my weed is now not just for smoking, but for eating as well. That's right, it's time to get baked while eating something that is baked. I'm talking about Kiba's Kush brand baked goods. We have many different kinds meant for any type of situation. Brownies with sun butt in it, cupcakes with Lucky Star, cookies with Gonzo Ganja, and biscuits with French Connection. And that's only a few things that we sell at Kiva's Kush Dispensary and Bakery. None of this would be possible, however, if it wasn't for my good friend Pinkie Pie. Take it away, Pinkie Pie.
That's right, Kiba Kush! We have so many selections of cakes and brownies for you to choose from. Collaboration with Sugar Cube Corner was a great way of helping distributing weed. So much weed! That was good. Okay, so we have plenty of selections for you to choose from. We have chocolate, we have strawberry, we have mango tango, we have hip hop latte, we have lasering spicy, we have all the types of cakes that you can have. Blueberry, cranberry, cran-apple-y, ticely. Anything with the weed that we insert into our cake products are very, very lovely for you to choose from. And they can also be medicinal. So come on down and get your weed. Hell, look at me, yeah.
The cake is to die for.
I've had better, but for the price, it's pretty good.
Dude, this Kush is amazing. And believe me, I've had some dank Kush in my day.
Dude, I feel like I'm floating.
We are located near the Great Princess's Castle. If you have any questions or concerns about our product, call us at 876-867-5309. That's 876-867-5309. So come on down to Kiba's Kush, because Kiba's Kush has got the right push.
See something? Smell something? Do something. When your basement or crawl space smells, don't ignore it. Odors, mold, and harmful pollutants come from too much moisture and not enough air circulation, making your home unhealthy. Do something. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-964-9283 or go to dryhousenow.com. Experts recommend ventilation instead of dehumidifiers to reduce moisture and expel harmful gases and pollutants. Wave moisture control units continuously dry out your home, transforming it into a fresher, healthier environment year-round. Wave units cost only pennies a day to operate, and there are no buckets to empty. Call Wave today at 1-888-964-9283 or go to dryhousenow.com. That's dryhousenow.com or call 1-888-964-9283.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, things go better with Coca-Cola, things go better with Coke. Life is much more fun when you're refreshed.
And Coke refreshes you best.
It's the refreshingest.
Food goes better with, fun goes better with, you go better with Coke.
The real live one puts extra fun in you and everything you do. So things go better with Coca-Cola, things go better with Coke.
Hey, let me finish this text, okay? I'm good. If you're like me in the morning, you're busy. Sorry, I had to shave. And brush my teeth. Like I said, busy, busy, busy. That was a nice shower. But one thing you should never be too busy for in the morning, okay, pal, fetch, is a real breakfast at McDonald's. All right, now I gotta run, literally. Training for a marathon.
Make a busy morning better with McDonald's new breakfast value menu. And get a tasty sausage burrito for only $1.19.
Hello, can't talk now, I'm busy. Yep, doing a jingle. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Prices and participation may vary.
Hey everyone, you having fun? Alright, well let's take a visit to the Fat Corner over to my left. Everyone? Oh my. Oh, let me join in. Okay! I feel like it's crabs! Cut that shit out. Thank you.
Oh no! Little Timmy's got hold of a marker pen. My wall looks like a colouring book. What am I gonna do?
Flash! Cleans up the impossible. Wow, he's really made a mess. It's a pain, but we won't stress. In the hole, he's drawn overall on the wall. Lots of scrolls, but we can clean this up.
Flash Magic Eraser, we love you.
Flash! Cleans up the impossible.
Me undies, no more sweaty balls. Boop boop boop. Me undies, wear 'em in a bathroom stall. Yank 'em down to your fucking ankles. Next thing you know, a gay senator blows you. You gotta get some fucking me undies. Your balls will feel really good. Oh yeah, rubbing up down your tank. Boo boo boo. We really made it. Go. Boo 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 boo.
There's a whole new way of living. Pepsi helps supply the drive. It's got a lot to give to those who like to live, 'cause Pepsi helps them come alive. It's the Pepsi generation, coming at you, going strong. Put yourself behind a Pepsi. If you're living, you belong. Pepsi's got a lot to give. You've got a lot to live, and Pepsi's got a lot to give. You've got a lot to.
Look at that.
The following movie is rated R.
And I am sadly a little alone this time around. I don't have very many people with me. Must be early one morning and nobody's around. Or everybody has been passed out because of last night. Oh well. Welcome to Good Morning Radio Molly. I'm your host for now, Mindless Gonzo. And yeah, not very many people here on this early Sunday morning, February 25th, 2018. And yeah, let's put this shit out real quick. Not very many people have been popping in here. Oh well. So, how are you guys? 1 p.m. CET after all. Close. Oh well. So, guys, how are you this very early Sunday morning? Let's see. See if you guys even respond. Unless something's happened to my sound. Can anybody hear me though? Just to make sure. Probably take a while. Should be streaming. Let's see. 7 a.m. EST. Well, close. Let's see. Or everybody's just passed out because, okay. Well, alright then. Guess, just... Maybe it's just me being paranoid. I just got off work, actually. Huh. Alright. As expected. Oh, wait, I better turn this shit off. That's one other thing. There we are! There we go. A little bit of awkward start, but hopefully we'll get the ball rolling and people can message me saying, oh, you're on? Okay, I'll join. Do whatever. Because I sent out something and it'll probably be ignored for a while. Or just somebody will pop in and go, hey, what's up? And just scare me half to death during the middle of a delivery. Anyways, I'm gonna check the current conditions of, how things are in the good old US of A for now. And, well, thankfully, the rain and the clouds are moving away. But, I am in the way here. I'm not taking any calls immediately. I'm not as loose as Molly is. I don't take calls immediately. Currently, we're having a cold front that's currently shoving a whole lot of rain and even some severe rain, some thunderstorms and all that. Currently moving through the United States deep south. I see a long line of stretch from Louisiana up to about as north as Pennsylvania. This pressure keeps moving a little bit of an easterly direction. Meanwhile, there's some various lows and highs that are currently just making things a little bit calmer than usual. Especially calmer than usual. I mean, I'll talk about that in a bit, but hey, at least the cold front is, well, actually it's doing what it's doing, making things cold, because as it stands right now, the cold front has managed to turn things from mid-50s down to the 40s, hot upper 30s, and it's probably going to offer a little bit of coldness for a while. But then again, this is just current conditions in the morning hours. Certain areas are promising still a bit of some moderate temperatures, especially today. Certain areas will be seeing 50s, mostly in the south. The rest of the United States will still be a little bit cold as balls, as we're still in the middle of winter. Like, say, in Chicago, it'll be 42, there'll be a little bit of rain. And Buffalo will be seeing some clouds. A lot of areas are going to be seeing a lot of clouds. Some of the far west will be seeing some, but in some parts will be partly sunny. Tonight, though, will probably be chilling for the most part as the cold front continues to move. Certain areas will be seeing 30s, some might even drop into 20s and even the 10s. So do keep in mind if you're going to be going out. Monday, though, promises to be a little bit warmer for the deep south and parts of the Midwest, with temperatures ranging between the upper 60s to as low as the lower 50s. With some sunny skies that'll help make it a little bit more of a tolerable heat than, say, a bunch of big wind, like what I'm currently experiencing right now. It has been a little bit windy, and it's making the doors open and close with the difference in pressure and shit. It's really eerie. I posted a video up on YouTube. It gets really eerie. And the warm trend will be continuing throughout Tuesday, Wednesday. I see a little bit of flattering on Thursday, and a little bit of a faltering on Friday. Which will be alright, considering like last night. I might as well transition this, but before I go into the weather news, because it is rather important, this is basically for everyone involved in the Radio Molly Daily Community Discord group. You know, everyone with a sexy subjects tags, the mods, the castmans, verse. Due to Molly's growing concern of people who are being inactive, just waiting, and that whole concern about, you know, people who just join, they just read the rules, and then they wait a little while, and then people would have forgotten about it, and then boom, they started attacking like trolls. She is going to be avoiding that by doing a little bit of spring cleaning, if you will. We're going to be removing inactive people from the server. If you wish to stay, there is a channel called Safety Cleanout Room. Just post one message. If you get kicked out but want back in, we will pretty much issue out a new link to the Discord server on one of the Radio Molly shows. Please at least put some effort into making sure that, hey, you're a human being and you're not a troll or a bot or whatever. Type into the Safety Cleanout Room channel. The deadline to make sure you're present and accounted for is March 2nd, 2018. That is this coming Friday. At least that is out of the way. You don't even need to type in #stay. I threw up a picture that said, "Whoever threw that, your mom's a hoe." Anybody joining me? Nope. Maybe I should have started at a later hour. That's what I get for trading the chaosness to the calmness. But anyways, that severe storm that's currently stretching from Louisiana up to the northeast to Pennsylvania-ish, even a cluster of storms that's currently covering the lower half of the New England states. This was responsible for several storms that ended up killing at least 2 people yesterday. One death occurred after a possible tornado damaged some homes near Adairville, Kentucky, confirmed by WHOP 12:30 a.m. On a Facebook stream with Logan County Sheriff Clint Wright. Victim is a woman in her late 70s. Husband has sustained injuries. Condition is not yet known. Another death was confirmed by local sheriffs in Clay County, Arkansas, according to KAIT TV, as a trailer was blown to a nearby lake. Weather Nation reported a twister caught on cell phone video from Keizer or Kaiser? Fuck it. It's in Arkansas again. And that resulted in heavy damages, all due to this here little stretch. This is a late winter squall line that is just sweeping the deep south. And if this leads out to anything, I can say if this leads to anything, I could probably suggest that there might be a very active storm season coming soon. I mean, we are transitioning soon from winter into spring. Things are going to get warming up. Things are going to get a little bit active. Storms might Storms might get a little bit severe. And it might end up producing a lot of very, very bad weather. So I highly suggest that if you haven't done so, you might want to go and check if you have severe weather safety precautions going on hand, where to go, what you can store for now, and pretty much all that you need to have on hand in case severe weather is in your area, and it might damage your house, may knock your power out, it might also make your water go out and shit like that. Because your internet might not last that long, especially if the power is going to be out. So it's best you guys take care of it now before the severe weather season is going to go into full effect come next month, early April. Okay? Alright. Our next story concerns the Poor National Rifle Association. They're starting to get a little bit of flack because of how things have been handled for the longest time, and people are fed up with it. In fact, Delta Airlines and United Airlines are currently cutting ties with the NRA, the latest in several to do so because of how things were handling following the deadly mass shooting at Parkland, Florida on Valentine's Day. Both Delta and United said Saturday they will no longer offer discounted fares to NRA members to attend their annual meetings. And both have asked the gun rights group to remove any references to their companies from the NRA website. A growing number of large companies announced they are cutting or reducing ties with the NRA due to their intense lobbying that some say may have contributed to the many mass shootings that we keep having, and nothing being done about it for the longest time. But that's just me. First National Bank of Omaha said that it will not renew the co-brand credit card it has with the NRA. Companies like MetLife, Cimetech, known for the Norton antivirus suits, and Hertz are renting the discount services for NRA members. Bank America now asks gun makers who are banking with them how their assault rifles can put an end to mass shootings. Says it's an immediate step we're taking to engage the limited number of clients we have that manufacture assault weapons for non-military use to understand what they can contribute to the shared responsibility. Trump was the first to align with the NRA, calling to armed teachers instead of funding them. But his other calls to ban bump stocks, which was used in the Mandela Bay shooting, and raising the minimum age to obtain an assault rifle from 18 years old to 21, made some people think that he was defecting as well, as some people have wasted millions on getting Trump in to continue stopping any gun-related change that would happen within Capitol Hill. But then again, they were betting on an obese, mentally challenged horse with a small penis. But that's the last part. It's my bit. Yeah. Let's see. Also, a West Virginia judge has tossed out a lawsuit filed by a coal magnate who was ridiculed on HBO's late night show Last Week Tonight by John Oliver. Oliver targeted Murray and Energy Chief Executive Robin Murray during a Energy Chief Executive Robert Murray during a segment last June, blasting his company and criticizing the standards of the coal industry at large. In this segment, Oliver revealed that when a producer for his show tried to get in touch with Murray Energy, they got a response from them in the form of a cease and desist letter from the legal team. The company has a long history of threatening litigation against its critics, but Oliver, who apparently I guess have British balls of steel, says, "I know you're probably going to sue me over this, but you know what? I stand by everything I said." He ended up calling the CEO also a geriatric Dr. Evil. Oliver turned out to be right, as Murray filed a lawsuit shortly after the episode aired last year. Attorneys from HBO argued Oliver's comments were either factual, which were sourced from various court documents about Murray, or obviously satirical, which can be protected by the First Amendment. Judge Jeffrey Kramer of West Virginia's Second Judicial Circuit agreed, siding with the network's motion to dismiss the lawsuit. Writing, "I find the arguments set forth in the defendant's motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim and reply well-founded, appropriate in this matter, and will grant the same." The court adopts with little exception defendants' argument in support of their motion regarding all issues addressed in the same. I ought to get you guys a little bit up to date. Well, wait. Might as well address some of the other shit that I had to deal with, because I ended up listening to the last two episodes of Radio Molly. Excuse me. Let me check and see if there's still people who are at least active. Fucking hell. Sorry about that. I thought somebody was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be available. Let me come on," but no, it's just somebody ship posting. God damn it! Why do people find the time for ship posting? Hey, these motherfuckers need Jesus! Everybody on this goddamn show needs Jesus. I ended up listening to the past two shows of Radio Molly, and I am full of fucking complaints that I seriously need to address, because I can't. I was asleep during both shows. Like when Molly decided to fucking drag out and let that fuck-nut lovely Fluttershy who the fuck ever continuing on, encouraging the fuck, driving Sharpwing insane, and making everything uncomfortable. I couldn't bear it. Fucking hell. Why did Molly even fucking do that shit? Fucking hell. Just... It was a bad idea to encourage that kind of bullshit. Because no my luck, it'd be too fucking risque. We'd be booed off of Twitch and YouTube. Probably Picardo. We'd probably be thrown off the internet. Encouraging this kind of fucking bullshit. It's just fucking... Fucking hell, I wonder if fucking Molly is up. She needs to answer some of my fucking questions about the past few shows. Get on, you slut. I need answers. Send. Fucking, she dragged on that piece of shit. She was also doing the news a little bit poorly. Probably it's my fault, because on weeks that my sleep pattern falls during a show, I didn't bother to write the script. I wrote out a script for today, but that's because I was slow. What year is it? Okay, never mind. Anyway, some of the fucking news stories for over the past 2 days, they ended up plugging it from the newsroom, and then fucking Molly just fucking skewers things up. I don't know why, but she went on a tangent because probably during this week, Indiana legislation will be voting on allowing alcoholic sales on Sunday. Because it's kind of silly to just have beer every single other day except for Sunday. And that's just, it's kind of a fucking old-fashioned thing. I mean, can't be for nobody knows why. It's just, you can't buy beer on Sunday. Kind of silly. So, while Molly was reading that, she went off on a tangent because due to this squall line of storms, because it has swept through even here in the upper Midwest, and it's causing localized flooding to most of the Ohio River Valley and the White River systems, and even probably some of the Mississippi rivers as well, because all that rain, all that runoff, there's going to be some flood warnings that's going to be issued, and it's going to stay for a while. And Molly ended up reading a bunch of the affected areas from within the viewing area. She tried to read some of the fucking counties that were affected because they have a river that will cause localized flooding. And some of these are unfortunately going over the banks, and they are affecting people's houses, their flooded houses up and everything. She ended up fucking misreading a lot of them. Holy fuck. Don't know why she went off on a tangent. And they really have half-assed it. I mean, Christ. By the way, why is there a half-naked fucking bird? Fucking hell. But yeah, so what other complaint is that I don't know why they were trying to do gossip without fucking Lucker or fucking Gabby Gums. Especially since I know of real world shit. Because they tried to pass off that fucking Octavia Melody was an underground dominatrix with an underground fucking band. And I had to address this because I've learned of a comic where, ironically, Octavia was an underground mistress. A dominatrix, if you will. Own site and everything. Thrown out by a fan of mine named Dekomaru. He goes on Tumblr as the Hot Room. But, fucking... I ended up addressing this going like, did you mean to copy this fucking thing? And she was like, what do you take me for? I don't read fucking pony smut. Besides, why do I need pony smut if I need to look sexy? Or something like that. I know she probably didn't even say it, but I probably think but I probably bet she would say something like that. Like fucking hell. She probably wouldn't even deny this.
Hello, my cherry.
You have answers, lady.
What? Me? I was wishing you a good morning, dearie.
I'm talking about the past 2 shows. I just took a listen to them over the course of my time awake.
Oh. I have explained to you. Okay, so let me start off by saying 1, good morning. I hope you slept well, and I hope you have a wondrous breakfast. And 2, I was what happened was last night, Moodman wanted to take a 2-week break, so we're down a mod, apparently, and Sharpwing kept kicking Kiva because he said, "Kick me, Daddy."
Fucking, I take weeks off so I can exchange the chaosness from the normal Saturday shows and just deal with the Sunday morning shows. And this is the fucking thing that I had to put up with. The aftermath of such craziness that I should have been there and stopping with, since I'm probably the only straight one here.
Well, they just started going at it. It's not really
You kept encouraging this shit instead of stopping this shit.
Look, I'm just a princess, but what do you expect me to do?
Some fucking parent-like fucking things. I mean, some actual putting your hoof down and saying, this is the line, we're stopping it here. I mean, yikes.
Did that answer your questions, or no?
How in the world was you aware about Octavia being an underground mistress?
Oh, believe me, honey, I know many things.
Was you aware of the fucking comic then? Because I just addressed it now. There was a comic already made.
No. I was not aware of any sort of comic. I heard of the grapevine, though.
The comic was 2 years ago. How slow is that grapevine?
Very slow, apparently.
Alright. Now let's keep on going with the other shit.
Mr. Moomin will be back, though, after 2 weeks. He left me. I cried all night.
Okay, now to answer another question. Why was you dragging on that fucking shtick concerning Sharpwing and this...
I didn't drag on any shtick.
Friday night. I had to painfully listen to Sharpwing wince while you keep playing fucking speak pipes concerning some transsexual named Lovely Fluttershy.
Well, think about it like this, dearie. I don't want any other sexy subject to have no unanswered question unturned. Basically, I don't really want my inbox to fill up.
Maybe you should start screening them, because at one point it just came unbearable. Here's one of the rules of economy. If you drag out a joke too long, it stops being funny.
Well, somebody kept saying Albuquerque half of the time.
Yeah, that joke was dragging on a little bit too long, too. Let's see, what other fucking issues do I have? Oh, yeah. You guys trying to do the newsroom.
Gonzo has issues with Molly Hour, I suppose.
Yeah, how about this part? You and the others trying to do the news without me.
Well, you weren't there, so what do you expect us to do?
Do I have to
do the whole lot?
Do I have to, like, fucking leave a script for you guys? if I
Look, I'm
had to
no
fucking
Audrey
sleep.
Hepburn, but I can definitely pull something out of my ass.
You really shouldn't be trying to pull something out of your ass. You guys were just fucking half-assing it. Especially when you were trying to read the article about the alcoholic sales on Sunday for the state of Indiana. And then you went
Well,
off on a tangent trying to read all of the flood warnings, half of which you slaughtered the name of the counties affected.
Well, I mean, come on, Gonzo. I'm not only hosting the broadcast, but I'm trying to monitor everything else, so you can't really blame me. I am, sort of the steamboat that goes toot toot and goes away.
I think the steamboat at one point fell apart. Jesus. Can't wait to fix my sleep schedule so I can fucking fix whatever happens during this show. Ugh.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a bad show. We had a wonderful turnout and a wonderful tune-ins of all the sexy subjects.
Yeah, I'm aware of some new people like fucking Cold Tune here. He's been in a weight room on and off, but I'm not taking any calls until after the first break.
All right, do just that.
I'm just disappointed at how some of things were getting handled when I was
Nobody
going.
was hurt, I promise you.
You made Sharpwing fucking want to die.
I thought you were talking about the second half of the show. Well, the second one on Saturday. That was a lot of fun.
I fucking even found that a little bit excessive.
Oh, come on. Nobody was hurt. Even Sharpwing
People
was
keep
whipping
getting tossed about.
It was just the... Okay, let me explain. It was just the cast members and one mod. Moonman even stated he wanted to be kicked for 2 weeks.
What about the other kickings around, like tossing in people around in different
Oh,
chats
he
and shit?
tossed Kiba, and then Lucker wanted to be banning people. Not the sex subject, but mostly Kiba. He was just very anti-Kiba last night. Oh, and did you hear about the gossip of Gabby Gums? It is super stellar.
I want the bitch to die. Moving on. Ugh.
Gonzo, you know I love you.
It doesn't even feel that much when all of a sudden I take a few weeks just to sleep because of my sleep patterns and everything goes fucking straight to hell.
I understand that we all need some sleep. Don't worry about it, Gonzo baby. We had it all under control. It was fantabulous, and it was a lot of fun too. I mean, check out the blue nipples incident. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was weird.
I think that was wonderful and fun. Oh, come on, it's not like I'm slaughtering babies.
I'm not talking about bad in the sense of illegal. I'm talking about bad in the sense of severe awkward. Like wincing kind of awkward. Cringing, for a better word.
No, but not that bad. It was a lot of fun, and everybody had a grand old time. A little bit chaotic, but fun. And I can assure you, and I definitely assured the mods, especially, all of them saying, hey, it was the only mod that was kicked was Mr. Moonman because he wanted a break. And the only cast members that were tossed around was Lucker. I mean, not Lucker, Kiba. He wanted to leave, and then he left, and he kicked, and he said, oh, Daddy, please kick me harder. And Sharpwing kicked him. He might be an inner dominatrix that's been dying to come out, like, gotta pounce.
You guys just make this hard for me.
But we never disturbed you.
No, because I had to witness the aftermath when I wake up.
But everything cleaned up nicely. It wasn't, a mess. It was all controlled and organized chaos. No one was hurt, no one was screaming, and no blood was splattered, and no abortions were happening that day. There's always one happening every other day. And a
Okay, what
consultation
the
fee.
fuck? Why did you bring up somebody having an abortion in a tangent like this?
Well, you see, the last few times. Oh wait, no, that was Gladys. Poor dear, she had an abortion a few weeks ago. I had to go visit her.
Okay, you fucking.
Exactly.
Fucking never mind.
Good morning, sexy subjects, and welcome to Good Morning Radio Molly, the sexiest radio show in all of the internet.
Currently hosted by a guy who regrets everything right now.
Oh, come on, you can't say you don't have fun. You have to admit it gets interesting.
It just gets a little chaotic.
Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, coming as sort of a third party looking in, but I can reassure you, and I can assure you deeply, that no cast members or mods were harmed in the making of this broadcast, or the last broadcast matter. Oh.
I need a restroom break, and I'm not going to wait until the commercial break. I'm just going to take care of it now.
Alright, sexy subjects, we're going to go over about what happened last night if you're a little bit out of the loop. So, grab your coffee and grab your breakfast and bowl of cereal, sit on down, Molly's got you covered for the morning and taking you on into 8, if not 9 the latest. So here's the first little dibble-dabble down on the street. What happened last night? Some crazy chaotic things happened. So let me start off from the beginning. So pretty much we had that old Albuquerque joke running around about, like always. But then apparently some cast members wanted to play around with their powers in the calls. Besides to throwing out members, they thrown out Mr. Moonman. And I love Mr. Moonman, we all know him. He's my husband. So he says, please get me away from this broad. And I said, no, how could you? I cried my eyes out. I buried myself in Rocky Road chocolate. And I was simply upset. So yes, I was quite the upsetty, if you know what I mean. You don't make a woman upset. I end up hankering for food and stuffing it in my face. Minus menopause and hormones. What? That comes with the territory, I suppose. Anyway, but yes, it was quite chaotic. We had a bunch of speak pipes, a bunch of people getting kicked and kicked in and kicked out and kicked in and kicked out. It was crazy. We had a lot of sexy listeners coming and calling right on in on the Discord. It was great. It was up and lively. I would love to have more shows like that. The prior night, apparently, Sharpwing had a secret admirer come after him, and Gonzo sounded like he wanted to shoot his brains out. Same with Sharpwing, but he was already drunk prior to the broadcast, or actually during the broadcast. According to him, he had a couple of mojitos. I say, good for him. Get some fun, get some party, let yourself loose and go. You gotta have a little drink every once in a while. Mama's gonna have her drink once in a while. Lord knows we all know we need one. Ah, yes. And we definitely, Sharpwing the day before that, on Thursday, that was his day, went over some of the gun shooting. Kiba had a day, I don't know what happened. I knew my artist streamed on her own channel once in a while or something. And yes, Dig Duke will be normally returning to his streams. He is currently right now, not only he just got over a very hard sickness and virus, but he has just recently moved, so he does currently not have internet right now and is using just his telephone. So please make sure you say hello to him and go at Dig Duke, whether it's on Twitter or YouTube, and you can go check him out there. He will be resuming to normal broadcasting schedule, as such as the rest of us. Also, in other news, I'd like to tell you all that March 3rd, next Saturday, the Saturday coming up this week, we are going to be having our own panel at HuntCon, Horses at HuntCon. It's going to start from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's going to be a mature rating, so make sure you go to HuntCon.com, go check the schedule, and see who's going to be on there, as yours truly and her team will be on to the HuntCon night, and yes, it's going to be fun, lavish, we'll take some questions, and we'll have some surprises. Who knows? Maybe some giveaways. I feel spontaneously creative. Darling, you can't deny that. Anyway, it is 7:40 here on the East Coast, and we are East Coast. East, yes.
Yes.
The East Coast. It is 7:40 on the East Coast, and it is somewhat of a rainy morning in most of the area. From what I'm understanding, it's raining where I am. It's raining where my lovely dear Miss Scarlett is, and she's on the East Coast as well. Gonzo, is it raining where you are?
It actually stopped raining, but for some, the rain is not the least bit of an issue. If you want me to, I'll fucking reread this. I ended up doing a script for this morning's news anyway.
Well, that's good. At least you're on topic and on time. But yes, it seems to have just stopped raining where I live. I don't know if it just stopped raining where she lived, but it seemed to, from the way she said. Let me just double check her message. She said, the rain outside is quite nice. So it could be either it's still raining or it's that morning dew on the windowsill. And we have less, I believe, than 23 days until spring, if I'm correct. I am getting that cabin fever, baby. I can't wait to get ready and get out there in the spring and feel the morning sun and the morning flowers and the rays. It is just simply amazing, darling. Are you looking forward to spring? I'm so over the snow.
Sorta, because spring is normally severe weather season. But we're already off to a good start if you want me to reread this. We ended up hearing about severe storms killing off at least 2 people yesterday throughout the Mid-South. One death occurred after a possible tornado damaged several homes near Aderville, Kentucky, confirmed by WHOP 12:30 AM radio station on a Facebook stream with Logan County Sheriff Clint Wright. Victim was a woman in her late 70s. Her husband also sustained injuries, but condition is not known. Another death was confirmed by the local sheriffs in Clay County, Arkansas, according to KAIT TV. A trailer was blown into a nearby lake. Weather Nation reported a twister that was caught on cell phone video from Kaiser, Arkansas, or Keyser, what fucking ever, and that resulted in some heavy damages. This whole fucking rain system was a bit of a late winter squall line that is still continuing to sweep deep south. Last I checked on the radars, this thing stretches from the Louisiana-Texas border all the way up to fucking the New England states.
Well then, I hope that everybody's all right. My heart goes out to the poor people that have gotten hurt or killed.
Yeah. Wasn't even restricted to the south because the winds keep on going. I mean, this morning, while I was just lounging around, listening to old Have I Got News For You episodes, I ended up having a little bit of a craving, but I didn't want to cook, so I took a $1 bill, went downstairs for just a snack from the vending machine, and when I went out, I've been noticing that the wind has started to make the doors like float open. The whole thing with how some houses would have a different air pressure than what's happening outside.
Mm-hmm.
That ended up making some of the doors that don't latch close open up a little bit, make some wind happening in the hallways and stuff. I ended up recording it and putting it on YouTube. It was kind of eerie, and it got to the point to where when I went downstairs the second time to record it, a door that was open within, it wasn't even leaning to the outside, it was leaning from one room to another, ended up being closed off before I was able to reach it and reopen it.
Well then. Interesting.
It was rather eerie.
Now, did you get that door fixed?
Those are doors that are part of the building. They're not my deal.
Oh.
They don't latch closed anyway. Normally they made it so that way it'll be opening a little bit more easier because we have a lot of elderly residents.
Oh, how many elderly people live in the area that you are, do you?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think a few live on this floor.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I'll also read these other two stories that I have that didn't get covered by you and Hocus and Sharp and fucking Looker.
Well, hey, I just love it when, we cover things that I must miss.
Alright, let's start first off with the National Rifle Association.
Okay.
Because they're currently feeling the blunt of, how they've handled things. Because now some of their major partners are cutting ties. Lately, the latest major companies to do so because of how they handled the deadly mass shooting of Parkland, Florida. The latest companies are now Delta and United Airlines.
That's a big blow.
Yep, they ended up announcing Saturday they will no longer offer discounted fares to NRA members to attend their annual meetings, and both have asked the gun rights group to remove any references to their companies from the NRA website.
Well then.
I mean, this is just part of a growing number of large companies who have announced they are cutting or reducing ties with the NRA due to, well, what some say is the intense lobby that might have contributed to many mass shootings over the years, and a complete standstill as to what they're going to fucking do to prevent it in the future.
Well,
in my opinion.
Listen here, boys and girls and creatures around the world. It is time to get our tinfoil hats and get a conspiracy going on.
Well, it's not a really conspiracy, because of public information now, we know many politicians have been paid off by the NRA through their lobbying to stop any sort of gun legislation from happening.
Oh,
especially Marco Rubio.
I'm just trying to pander.
And because
Personally, I like watching conspiracy theories. I find them simply amazing, whether this one's a conspiracy theory or not, which is not.
It's just, well, because it's how obvious that they're paying off things, the major businesses, they're going to be cutting things off, because, like First National Bank of Omaha. They say they will now renew a co-branded credit card it has with the NRA. MetLife, Cimitech, who made the Norton antivirus programs, and the car rental company Hertz, they're ending the discount services for NRA members. And hell, even Bank of America are stepping up, asking gun makers how their assault rifles, the gun makers who are clients of Bank of America, how their assault rifles could put an end to the mass shootings, saying that it's a step that they're taking to engage, quote, the limited number of clients we have that manufacturing assault weapons for non-military use, to understand what they can contribute to the shared responsibility of this whole shebang. And hell, they even find Trump disloyal to the NRA, because he ended up going on public record, cameras all around, so he can't be caught out, so he can't lie and say, I didn't say this, and we can call him out on it. He asked for arming the teachers instead of, funding the schools to be a little bit more safer. Just arm up the teachers, give them fucking training and all that stuff. But he also said this earlier, that he wants to call for a ban of bump stocks, which help you fire bullets more faster, and trying to raise the age to obtain an assault rifle from 18 years old to 21 years old. And the NRA thinks that he might have defected as well, because they were buying him to be elected to continue to stop any gun regulating legislation from happening. But then again, they're getting all their money's worth betting on an obese, mentally challenged horse with a small penis. But that part's just me.
Ooh, salty.
Yeah.
Continue.
Hang on.
Love a bit salty in the morning with my coffee. No.
And the last story was a little bit of karma. Oh wait, who's pinging me now?
Ping ding dong.
Oh, Scarlet Rose has an opinion about the NRA. Her take on it. saying that the NRA has muddied the waters on this debate for such a long time. They lobbied for the Dickey Amendment that has been a rider on federal spending bills that has hamstrung the Center of Disease Control to conduct properly funded research on gun violence in our country. We have to go by mostly independent studies that make people on either side question their validity, no matter their research methodology. We have woefully obsolete gun sale databases for the ATF to use. What should take minutes could take days of research, and that if sales records given over to the ATF by law were in an horrid condition, burnt, water damage, not saved on microfilm, etc. Attempts to modernize the database is met with paranoia and extreme resistance by the NRA and their base. This, of course, not including the gun show loophole. Varies state by state, but by and large, what we see are private dealers claiming they are hobbyists, merely selling off pieces of their personal collections, thus not requiring to obtain licenses, seek background checks on buyers, or maintain records, which makes gun tracing search on such items all that much harder. The common denominator in all this is the NRA and their lobbying.
Also, another side news. Antenna TV on Facebook is saying, we're remembering the great Don Knotts who died 12 years ago today. What was your favorite role of Don Knotts?
Wait, you're asking me, or you're going to be asking the audience?
It's a general question.
Because I only know Don Knotts.
I'd give you sort of an iconic show he is very much in. It was...
the only thing I know of him was of the Andy Griffith Show.
Yes.
Oh, more thing from Scarlet, I think. Oh, she was taking me. Okay. And lastly, a little bit of karma. A West Virginia judge tossed out a lawsuit filed by a coal magnate who was ridiculed on HBO's late night show Last Week Tonight by John Oliver. Oliver targeted Murray Engineer Chief Executive Robert Murray during a segment last June that blasted his company and criticized the standards of the coal industry at large. In the segment, Oliver revealed that when a producer for his show tried to get in touch with Murray Energy, they got a response in the form of a cease and desist letter from the legal team.
Oh boy.
The company has a long history of threatening litigation against its critics. Oliver even went as far as saying, I know you're probably going to sue me over this, but you know what? I stand by everything I said. Oliver even called the CEO a geriatric Dr. Evil. And Oliver turned out to be right, as Murray filed a lawsuit shortly after the episode aired. Attorneys for HBO argued Oliver's comments were either factual, sourced from various court documents about Murray, or obviously satirical, both of which are protected by the First Amendment. Judge Jeffrey Kramer of West Virginia's 2nd Judicial Circuit agreed, siding with the network's motion to dismiss the suit. Writing, I find the arguments set forth in the defendant's motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim and reply well-founded, appropriate in this matter, and will grant the same. The court adopts, with little exception, defendants' arguments in support of their motion regarding all issues addressed in the same. Just one victory for fucking Oliver. Man, he's got a little bit of ballsy there, taking on a coal magnate.
Anything else in the news?
That's all I got. Other than that, the rest I planned out was just bitching you out.
Oh, well, I'm glad that my pain is your entertainment. Dearie.
Felt like my pain was your entertainment.
Oh, I never would have to say any of that.
I just don't know about you sometimes.
Well, ooh. Oh, Gabby Gums posted again. Can I please indulge?
How the fuck?
Well, let me explain. She's been busy. Ooh, she was
inactive for about a couple of weeks, and now she's being active?
Oh, come your little pretty handsome head there, Fluff Fluff. We're gonna get through this, dear. Alright.
I do not need this fucking shit.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
She's just nothing but bad news. Blind on fucking journalism.
Look, she doesn't write anything that scandalous about us. I mean, she wrote a story about Mr. Moonman.
Fuck you. She puts sensationalism over fucking facts.
Gladly.
Okay, how about you fuck off? Because she puts sensationalism over fucking facts.
Let me explain to you.
That of which we don't need.
Oh, Gonzo, it's nothing but harmless gossip. Gossip is always half a rumor and half the truth. That's the way I take it. So there's only 50% right. And then you can make up the 50% of the rest. At least that's the way I've always seen gossip. If not gossip, or just whispers through the grapevine. Actually, I have a toll call on that grapevine. Gotta get some money off.
God.
You ever try to call through a grapevine? It's kinda tacky. It's not really the best. It's not the greatest cell phone reception either. Alright, let's go into this. Okay, remember, if anyone has questions to ask, says Gabby, feel free to leave them for me. I've been busy planning stories for the last few days, and I'd love to talk to all of you during the Radio Molly tonight, which was last night. Give myself a break from all this work. I enjoy watching the show. So, she's an avid watcher, as far as we know. HotCon. If you don't already know, you should probably go to the HotCon Horses at Home Con website. Go check it out on your favorite shows for time slots next Saturday. It would though seem that Radio Molly is there once again snagging one of the 9 p.m. time slots. XOXO. Alright. Hey, heard anything about the shadow boat? Says Warhose 0914. I hear them flying around, she says, in my window every single night, if that counts. Although I have heard through the grapevine that they're going to look for different ways of bringing Nightmare Moon back. Please, Shadow Boats, if you're reading this, do not do that. She's evil, and everyone knows it. XOXO. See, she is good. So don't always judge something from the way it sounds. Alright.
I just can't trust gossip columnists.
We have Moonman X Molly Part 2. Today we've seen the undeniable proof of the relation between Princess Molly and the Moonman, and exactly how kinky it truly is. I am at a loss for words, really, but at the same time, I love it. We all do. XOXO. Today's show is definitely more interesting shows in a long while. People getting kicked, screaming, and reminiscence of our favorite ship. And I think Kermit. Oh yes, I forgot Kermit attack. I didn't tell you. He snuck in. That was interesting. Let's see.
At one point when I tried to listen to the calls from last night, I just had to stop.
Oh, it's not that bad, dear. Calm yourself. We'll be all just fine in the morning, even though it's the morning. Alright. Something keyboard 5584 says, I'm glad to see you are back in swing of things. Gives me something more else to do in my spare time. I'm glad to fill your time, lovely, she says. I'll do my best to not disappoint. XOXO. Now here's the last interesting bit of gossip. Now, are you all ready for this? Dear Miss Gabby Gum, says Time Killer 888, good to hear from you again. I was wondering if you noticed the post of Molly made about secrets. Could it have anything to do with the mess of code from last year? Have a wonderful day or night, Miss Gums. Princess Molly post about secret is something that could be taken in a bunch of ways. They maybe have something big planned that involves the dearth of the cast, or maybe it's done something that they're not supposed to do, or she's teasing at them with her knowledge. Of course, I know a lot of people's secrets, especially the cast, so maybe it was a little nod to me, although that might be just me tooting my own horn. Personally, I think we should stay tuned to Radio Molly. Something wicked this way comes. XOXO. Gabby.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to stay away for this.
Oh, it's not so bad. At least she's not writing, oh, how dare I say it, something scandalous, something big like Haroon Radio Molly, if you catch my drift.
I feel like if I stick around this fucking shit, I'll be caught up in that shit.
Oh, it's... Look, Gonzo, If I'm not mistaken, she hasn't written anything about you.
I wanted to keep it that way.
Well, you're fine.
So if you're starting doing any some sort of weird shit, keep me out of it.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you're yelling at me about last night's show. I mean, Kermit snuck in at the end.
Good thing I stopped before I heard that, otherwise I would even have more to bitch about. Holy shit.
And he screamed, "Fuck you!" at the end. Alright, you think it's time we take some callers or go on a short commercial break?
I'll take a break right now.
Alright.
Let me just mute myself for now because of how I set things up. And just put on the commercial.
Look at that mouth. That poor, parched mouth. So dry. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? Did your mouth cannonball into a barrel of mothballs? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Do you even listen to your mouth? Because right now your mouth thinks its biological parents are a half sheet of 80 grit sandpaper and a box of fish food. You're so parched. You know it. I know it. The entire radio knows it. Just admit it. You want a Mountain Dew. Your mouth feels like it just inhaled the insides of a punching bag, and the only remedy is that neon green potion. Right now, your mouth could be tongue bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. What was that? Was that your parched mouth crying for help, or a porcupine making whoopee with a cardboard box? Wrong. It's your mouth. Show some mercy. Crack open an ice cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the do.
Northern Tool and Equipment.
My girlfriend has given me a pet name.
I'm afraid to ask.
Snuggle Muffin.
No, it isn't.
And she uses it in public.
Okay, so give your girlfriend a pet name she'll hate, like Thunder Chunky.
I couldn't do that.
I see. Too harsh for Snuggle Muffin. Okay. Drown her out with a 200-mile-per-hour cordless leaf blower.
Got it. Here she comes.
Hey, Snuggle Muffin. What are you doing, Snuggle? Snuggle. I am so out of here.
Wait. Come back, Thunder Chunky.
There's no problem a little horsepower can't solve. Northern Tool and Equipment.
O'Reilly. Save on your next oil change at O'Reilly Auto Parts when you purchase 5 quarts of Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil and a MicroGuard filter for $24.99. Keep your engine running smoothly, plus earn 200 O Rewards points with this purchase during O Rewards Member Appreciation Month. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hurt while working the farm? Call Pegasi and Earth Attorneys at Law. Everybody knows the number. You can dial it at any time. Dial 5 for your rights, 5 for your peace of mind, 5 for instant results, 5 for your foals, 5 for your future, 5 for the bits you deserve, and 5 for free consultation. Hurt while working? Call Pegasi and Earth Attorneys at Law and get the free consultation guaranteed. 555-5555. Helping ponies. It's what we do.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. T-shirt launcher inventor.
Mr. T-shirt launcher inventor.
Not satisfied with standard souvenir distribution, you created a device with enough kick to dislocate a mascot's shoulder.
Someone get a stretcher.
Courtside, luxury box, upper deck. Your high-powered cotton cannon makes every section the nosebleed section.
Hit the deck!
So simple, anyone can operate it. After a background check, a training course, and a 5-day waiting period.
It only shoots T-shirts.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, marksman of the mezzanine, because we know you'll give us the shirt off your back at 180 feet per second.
Mr. T-shirt launcher inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
I know, no matter what I say, days will come and go. No matter what I say, nothing's set in stone. No matter what I say, days go by. I know, no matter what I say, days will come and go. No matter what I say, nothing's set in stone. No matter what I say, days go by. Bye-bye.
Progressive brings you Flowetry with Flow.
Ring around the rosy. The rosy, in this case being your car and home insurance bundled together to save you money. Oh, so cozy. Ashes, ashes. The mic falls down.
Bundle home and auto and save with Progressive. Visit progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
If you could get rewarded for sleeping, would you? What about for sitting on a bench, looking out at the ocean? Or for sitting in a comfy chair, watching football on TV? Guess what? That third dream job is real thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings. You can come in, watch football, and earn points with blazing rewards just for being there. That's right. You're a professional football fan now. Brag about it to all your friends. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Terms and conditions apply. Must be a Blazing Rewards member. To join and for details, visit blazingrewards.com or download the Blazing Rewards app.
Being around too much loud noise like a leaf blower or rock concert can cause permanent hearing loss. And once it's gone, you can't get it back. Hearing loss is the third most common chronic health condition in the U.S. Almost twice as many people report hearing loss as diabetes or cancer. The louder a sound is, and the longer you're exposed to it, the more likely it will damage your hearing. Repeated exposure to noise can cause stress, anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, heart disease, and many other problems. Hearing loss from loud noise at home and in the community can be prevented. Avoid noisy places. Use earplugs, protective earmuffs, or noise-canceling headphones when near loud noises. Keep the volume down when watching TV or listening to music and using earbuds or headphones. Get your hearing checked and ask your healthcare provider how to protect your hearing from noise. To learn more, visit cdc.gov/vital signs.
What if everything you ever wanted came in a rocket can? Power Thirst Rocket Edition! With all new flavors like banana, fizz bitch, and gun! You've had the worst, now try the thirst! Quencher! Power Thirst. Side effects include glowing sweat. Use your sweaty body to fuel sweet rave parties. Power Thirst. Anything is possible. Air blasting. The sport you'll invent because you'll be too energetic for normal sport. You'll feel like a fighter jet made of biceps. What about me and my blue collar? Juice Sprayseed. Turn that everyman into a Beverly-man. Beverly stands for Beverly. We interrupt this advertisement to blow your mind. Power Thirst now comes in women. Now with preposterous amounts of testosterone. Preposterone. Think fast, douche fag. Power Thirst now comes in doves. Oh, hubcatting. Similar to bear blasting. Oh Lord, why have you forsaken me? Cannon. When God gives you lemons, you find a new God. Power Thirst. Godberry. King of the juice. Unacceptable. Drink Power Thirst and you'll win at everything forever. You'll win at running, football, arson, weddings, and art. You'll even win at irony. Oh, top score. Still unconvinced? Well, check out these testimonials from real Power Thirst drinkers. Boop. 400 babies. Boop. Boop. Power Thirst. It's really. Boop. All right. Power Thirst. It's like crystal meth in a can. It's crystal meth in a can. Power Thirst is crystal meth. Warning: may contain anacornicova.
Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Oh, we're on. Oh, okay. Hi there, I'm Derpy Hooves, everybody's favorite bubble pony. And I just want to tell you, hey, come on down to Derpy Muffins, where we have the most derptastic muffins in all of Equestria. I have blueberry muffins, I have coffee muffins, I have banana, strawberry. Every pony loves my muffins, so come on down. You'll have a wonderful time. And there's always a surprise in every muffin. Maybe a toy, maybe a different filling, who knows? Any which way, come on down to Derptastic Muffins, where you can be your special self too.
I'm actually eating cereal. What? It's lovely. It's actually blueberry with lemon cluster. Oh, I didn't make coffee. I was very hungry. Alright, sexy subject, you know the drill. Time to jump in and give your thoughts about any of the topics that we have talked about this sexy morning. You can join in on the Radio Molly Call Center. Please make sure that you are 18 and up because this is an adult server and not days. And like always, you can email us at radiomollylive@gmail.com, or you can tweet us at radiomollylive, or you can go to our blog, audiomollyreplies.tumblr.com, submit us questions, submit us letters, anything at all, really. There's a lot more to explain. Yes, we spoken about that last night. Oh yes, we had a whole giant thing about reboots, and everybody was not really bitching, but very strongly against the new Blair Witch Project TV series that's coming.
I forgot I have muted myself to the thing. There we go. I always knew something fucks up. Let's see. Oh, there's a guy in the way here. Cold Tune. You want to take him?
I'm fine with it.
Alright, Cold Tune, you're online with Radio Molly with Gonzo and Molly herself.
Hello?
How are you?
I didn't even hear. Can't even hear him. If he's saying anything, he's not doing anything.
Well, good morning to you two.
Oh, there you are now. Unmute your stream.
Hello?
Yes.
So what are your thoughts, or if you have a question?
Dude, stop hearing us through the stream. You're on the air.
Sorry, I just have to switch to my headphones.
Do you have something to say?
Do what?
Do you have something to say?
Yeah, I was wanting to ask, what's happened to decent movies?
They fucked off into another dimension.
It's true. I mean, everything's either based on a book or another remake of another movie.
Anything else?
Oh, thought y'all would keep talking about it.
Any other questions?
Nah, I'm sorry for bothering. I thought y'all would go on talking about it.
I got nothing, so I'm just gonna kick you to the bar for now.
Sorry.
Alright, off you go.
Alright, if you want to join in on the Radio Molly Discord, it is right here. I'm going to post it right there in the YouTube chat right now, and here we go. If you want to join, you have to be 18 or older to join. If you're under that age, sorry kitty, can't let you in. You might as well go back to Sunday school with your mom.
Fucking why do they try to sneak their way around just to see tits? Oh my...
I will promise you, you will not see any boobs on this show. It's all audio. Alright, is there anybody else here in the Way Here room?
Oh, excuse me. Artaban. We can do that.
Okay. Alright, bring him in.
Alright, Artaban, you're on Good Morning Radio Molly. What do you got?
Hello. So I guess I'm able to talk about anything, right? Or ask any question, because I had a specific question in mind that I think would be interesting to ask. So, I was watching this video from... Who here knows about Mumkey Jones, by any chance?
I don't.
Oh. Mumkey Jones is basically somebody who talks about, like, you know, he usually talks about, like, anime and whatnot, but then he goes into darker subjects. He was going into this subject about this video that, you know, people used to make reaction videos to in 2008, and it got me wondering, how weird is it that it's already 2018 and like 10 years ago, like YouTube was already like 2 years old or 3 years old at least, and it's like the technology that we had back then and what we have now, it's like it's surprising how within 10 years so much has like already progressed. Like, what do you guys make of that? Like,
Progressed?
YouTube itself. Yeah,
You
in
should
terms
try
of
going
like
back
sir,
27
I
years
think
ago.
I think you're using the wrong word. So far, things have been regressed because while you're kind of on the right track, things have been progressing in terms of technology. But in terms of YouTube, we're not going up. We're going down. Have you not noticed at all about, you know, the easily abused copyright system, the abused community guideline system, the thing in favor of high-paying YouTubers regardless of what wrongs they might have done, as opposed to people who are putting their hard-earned, their hard work into it, yet getting flacked?
Right. I mean, I can understand that though, because like, I mean, considering how the whole like Logan Paul thing kind of went recently, how it took YouTube that long to like, you know, take care of that. Yet when that whole incident with PewDiePie happened, where he accidentally said the slur on his stream, they were faster with that than they were with Logan Paul. But what I was trying to say was like, it's interesting how like 10 years ago, like YouTube was just a normal like video sharing site. Yet look at it now, it's like you're able to stream yourself. There's like actual like TV quality content that's put onto YouTube when it comes to in terms of like either, you know, shows or animation and whatnot. It's interesting like how YouTube kind of grew into like this sort of medium that people can use to try to, you know, share, despite the fact that the people behind it are really incompetent when it comes to like, you know, managing like how they, you know, work their site, and especially the ad revenue aspect of it. But it's interesting to know like how
I know what you're going for.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can agree. I mean, YouTube has gone a long way. It's not in the right way. It's as we've said, but it is going somewhere.
It's been bumpy.
Let's be honest. No matter how good someone's content is, we're still in a shithole.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, even like back then, 10 years ago, people were still already dealing with like, the whole like copyright issue. I mean, there was like the whole situation with WMG and Viacom, if people remember that, where people were basically like having their stuff taken down just because within their video they had content from those specific companies, and because those companies didn't like the fact that like, oh, you basically have stuff that we own, regardless if you're basically using it for free, what's the fair use, if regardless if it's for fair use or not, you're still using your content, therefore that content's being taken down. I mean, everyone knows how like the whole content ID thing, it affects a lot of bigger YouTubers, especially when they use like copyrighted content and whatnot.
Yeah, especially nowadays, because it's not just Warner. It's not just a fucking Viacom. It's a whole bunch of fucking companies and a whole bunch of people who will also be able to use the system to like register some sounds, even some public use sounds, so they can get some fucking cash on the side without having to do any of the fucking work and shit like that. It's like
that's usually the sad thing about it, is it's always about money. Like they basically do a lot of these things just because they want to make money, and it screws over a lot of people that work their hardest to try to basically get their content out there. I mean, it's kind of upsetting that even like, I can imagine you guys would probably have a hard time trying to find music that's like, usable within the stream without having to worry about it being taken down, because that's something that a lot of people, because I know that there are people that stream that, are worried about, especially on Twitch even, like, they're worried about like having like their stuff taken down simply because of the fact that like, oh, am I using something that's copyrighted? Is it like, is it free for me to use? Is it like that's one thing I think a lot of people, I can understand why a lot of people would be frustrated with this, because it's like you have to walk on eggshells to make sure your content doesn't get taken down.
Yeah, but it'll probably be taken down because of some content ID mistake. I mean, I remember that somebody ended up having white noise. It's a public domain sound. White noise ended up getting registered, and for some odd reason, that white noise also somehow got 2 additional content IDs of songs that nobody even know about, and doesn't even sound like it.
Right. What's also kind of upsetting too is like, there's also the fact of the matter that there are people that will also false flag too, because that's always been an issue. Where, I mean, like, I'm sure you
dealt with that. I fucking dealt with that literally on fucking Valentine's Day. Somebody just completely false flagging my channel to the point of deletion. And it took a while for fucking YouTube to bring that back up, because I've already had a community strike from December of last year. And another thanks to a misunderstanding, thanks to Facebook not showing me, hey, you got some messages, somebody's trying to contact you. But we're not going to show you anyway, so you'll be going about your day not knowing. Thanks, fucking Mr. Amazing. Well, that was a backstab. So yeah, it's fucking frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, it's also the fact of the matter too is like because there's always situations where somebody will get pissed at you for some reason, and or they just want to fuck around and they just want to like see someone get in a situation because for shits and giggles they could easily like, and it's shocking too how easy it is to basically take someone's content down for copyright or any other bullshit reason, and it's like immediately like YouTube or whoever will just automatically take it down for no reason, or they don't even look into it either, because it's all bots too, which is the frustrating thing about that.
It's easily manipulated.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
That's why a lot of these like bigger YouTubers or even people that are just content creators rely on like these third-party companies like Maker Studios, or they rely on Patreon or something like that.
Hell, fucking our artist Kitty, she had to sign up with Razer just so she can earn a little bit of extra.
And it's like even some of those studios as well, like Maker can be kind of like incompetent too. Not to get back on the PewDiePie thing, but like when the issue with him, where he was being accused of being a Nazi, like last year, came into public awareness, and Maker Studios took their, partnership with him off, it's kind of ironic that they managed to keep, someone like iDubbbz, who had way worse content, and even iDubbbz himself openly said the N-word in with the hard R in a lot of his videos, and I think he's still partnered with them even to this day. So it's like, even some of these studios and companies can be kind of biased and unfair, especially when it comes to how they handle or deal with the people that they host, and it's kind of sad, honestly.
Yeah. It's just yikes. Look how far we come. We went from sharing videos to just being paranoid about our uploads. Anyway, would that be all?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for having me on, and Radio Molly. I'm also glad that you liked the drawing I did for you on Twitter. Anyway, you guys have a good one.
All right, time to shove you to the bar. All right. Yeah, fucking hell. Don't even get me started with the tragic videos. Make a new classic YouTube and all that shit. Some people have, but they're not very successful. Some people have. There's that vidbit or something like that. Vidlit or something like that. There's also fucking another thing called I think it was Speakbox or something like that. That it used to be BitChute, but they kind of ended up also, if they found copyrighted content, they'll mute that shit. I uploaded a little bit of a video and it had music. I set it to music, but that thing got muted, so the fuck that. There's also PewTube, so yeah, that's as far as I know. I see you're trying to do some moderating here, Molly. I'll let you do that.
No, there's somebody who said I only read the not safe for work rules, and I'm telling them, you have to read all the rules so then you know what you can and can't post.
Yeah, because it's like fucking. Yeah,
the only reason we have all these rules instated is because we don't want any crap to happen.
We don't want any crap to happen thanks to parents who can't do parenting worth a shit, or rather, make the world conform to them instead. The fucking hard way around instead of the easy way around.
What's the weather going to be like around the U.S.?
Last I checked, it'll probably gradually get a little bit warmer as things move on. Hopefully that squall line in the storm system that's making all this rain will move on. At one point I saw that hopefully the temperatures will gradually rise up throughout the Midwest to about maybe 40s, 50s.
That sounds nice. I would love it to get that warm. Like a new stomach.
Here's hoping though.
Oh, and did you know daylight savings time is actually now this coming up month, I believe the 11th?
God, how long ago did we deal with daylight savings?
Well, it's spring forward.
Crap.
Or it's fall back. I can't remember which one.
Spring forward is spring forward. Fall back is in the fall.
Alright, well, spring forward on the 11th. Change your clocks and remember it. Because we're going to have longer days. Goodbye to extra hours.
I'm going to miss the long nights. I don't think we can do much right anymore, at least for this show.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in for Good Morning with Radio Molly. Thank you, Gonzo, for so much hosting. I'm sorry I came in late.
Anyway, yeah. Might as well call it for now. So why don't you send us out?
All right, sexy subjects. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning with Radio Molly, the sexiest mornings radio show that you can say fuck on the mornings. So anyway, I will see you next Friday at Radio Molly Live. Also, remember, sexy subjects, that we are going to be having a we're going to be having a panel on Saturday, the 3rd of March. So make sure you're there at 9 p.m.
Also, if you're involved with the Radio Molly community, please let us know that you are active in the chats. Go to the safety clean room and type up that you are active, or at least anything that says you're active. You must do so by this coming Friday. Okay, let's log off.
All right, bye-bye.